Gavin slammed the door of his childhood home in suburban Chicago, the familiar creak echoing like an accusation he couldn't voice. His suitcase thudded to the floor, heavy with the weight of a life unraveling. 6 years in New York, chasing dreams that ended in a whispered goodbye from Jordan, the man who'd promised forever but delivered only excuses. But as he stepped into the living room, the air thickened with something wrong. There was Jordan, lounging on the couch, laughing softly at something his brother Ryan said, their hands brushing in a way that screamed intimacy, not coincidence. Gavin's heart seized. How? Why here, of all places? The room spun as fragments of the past assaulted him. Late-night calls from Ryan complaining about his failing marriage, Jordan's sudden distance in the last months, the way he'd avoided questions about weekend trips. Gavin! Jordan's voice cracked the silence, his face paling as he stood. But Ryan just smirked, crossing his arms like he'd been waiting for this confrontation. Inside, Gavin screamed, "This can't be real. My ex with my brother?" The betrayal sliced deeper than any breakup, rooting him in place as rage and confusion warred within. He forced words out, his voice steady despite the storm inside. "What the hell is going on?" Jordan shifted uncomfortably, glancing at Ryan for support. But Ryan stepped forward, his older brother authority intact. "Sit down, Gavin. We need to talk." Talk? As if words could mend this fracture. Gavin's mind raced. Growing up, Ryan had been the golden child, straight-A student, football star, married young to Sarah, the perfect wife in their conservative family's eyes. Gavin, the quiet one, had hidden his sexuality for years, coming out only after college, enduring Dad's disappointed sighs and Mom's tearful prayers. And Jordan, met in a Manhattan bar, a whirlwind romance that felt like salvation, had been his secret anchor. Now that anchor was tangled in family ties. As they sat, the tension coiled like a spring. Jordan started, "I didn't plan this. After we ended things, I was lost." Ryan reached out, said he was going through a divorce. Ryan nodded, unapologetic. "Sarah left me 6 months ago. Cheated, actually. I was venting to Jordan one night and things happened." Things happened? Gavin's fists clenched under the table. "Venting? To my boyfriend?" Ex-boyfriend, his mind corrected bitterly. The hypocrisy burned. Ryan, who'd once lectured him on family values during holiday dinners, now entangled in a gay affair? Or was it just convenience? A rebound that mocked Gavin's genuine love? Inner turmoil surged. Why did it hurt so much? Was it jealousy over Jordan, or the shattering of Ryan's facade? Gavin had always envied Ryan's ease in their parents' world. Hetero, successful, unchallenged. Coming out had cost Gavin friendships, job opportunities in their small-minded hometown circles, even strained family gatherings where aunts whispered about phases. Jordan had been his escape, but now he was the invader. "You knew he was my ex," Gavin accused Ryan, voice low. Ryan shrugged. "You never said it was serious. Besides, you're both adults." Adults? The word stung like a slap. Jordan reached out. "Gavin, I still care." But Gavin recoiled, the touch igniting memories of stolen kisses, now tainted. That night, alone in his old room, Gavin paced, thoughts a whirlwind. Should he tell their parents? Dad, with his church group rigidness, would explode. 2 sons sinning? Mom would cry, blame herself, or keep silent. Let the secret fester? The decision gnawed at him. Loyalty to family or to his own heart? He stared at photos on the wall, family vacations, Ryan's wedding, feeling like an outsider in his own history. Jordan's presence downstairs with Ryan amplified the isolation. Why did I come back? To heal or to hide? The breakup with Jordan had been mutual, or so he'd told himself. Jordan wanting stability, Gavin chasing career highs. But seeing them together exposed the lie. Jordan had moved on into the very life Gavin fled. Morning brought no relief. Breakfast was a minefield. Mom bustled in the kitchen, oblivious, chatting about neighborhood gossip. "So glad you're home, Gavin." And Jordan visiting. Such a nice friend. Friend. The word twisted like a knife. Ryan shot him a warning glance. Jordan avoided eye contact. Gavin swallowed bile, forcing a smile. Inside, fury boiled. How dare they play house here? But doubt crept in. Was he overreacting? Society preached forgiveness. But for what? Betrayal this raw? As he helped Mom with dishes, her innocent questions probed. Any special someone in New York? He lied. No, Mom. The words ash in his mouth. The lie protected her or them. By afternoon, confrontation loomed. Gavin cornered Jordan in the backyard, away from prying eyes. Why Ryan? Of all people. Jordan sighed, eyes downcast. He gets it, the pressure from family. You were always fighting it, but Ryan, he's trying to change. Change? Gavin laughed bitterly. Ryan, the epitome of straight privilege, now exploring, felt like theft, not evolution. Jordan's words stirred old wounds. Their relationship had crumbled under Gavin's reluctance to go public fully, fearing judgment. Now Jordan sought that with Ryan. The irony crushed him. As the day wore on, Gavin's resolve hardened. He couldn't stay silent forever. But outing them risked everything: family implosion, his own exposure deepened. The moral quandary tore at him. Was revenge worth the fallout? Or was silence complicity? Thoughts circled endlessly, each lap deepening the ache. Ryan's casual dominance, Jordan's lingering glances. Every interaction amplified the drama. By evening, as they gathered for dinner, Gavin felt the breaking point near. One wrong word and the facade would shatter. The dinner table felt like a battlefield, silverware clinking like distant gunfire. Gavin sat rigid, watching Ryan pour wine with steady hands, Jordan accepting with a grateful nod. Their ease a silent taunt. Mom beamed. It's like old times, all my boys together. Oblivious to the undercurrents swirling beneath her words. Dad grunted approval from his end, flipping through the newspaper, his conservative views etched in every line of his face. Inside, Gavin seethed. How could they act normal? His mind replayed the afternoon's tense exchange with Jordan. This isn't about you anymore, Jordan had said, eyes pleading. Ryan needs me. Needs? As if Gavin hadn't needed him through job losses, family holidays where he sat alone while couples danced. The selfishness stung, fueling a fire that threatened to consume reason. Ryan caught his glare, raising a brow in challenge. Pass the salt, bro? The casualness was infuriating, a mask for the power play underneath. After dinner, as parents retired to the den for TV, the three men lingered in the kitchen. Tension crackled. We can't keep this up, Gavin hissed, voice low. Ryan leaned against the counter, arms crossed. What do you want, Gavin? To blow it all up? Jordan interjected. Please, let's talk rationally. Rationally? The word ignited Gavin's fury. You two betrayed me. Rational went out the window when you started screwing around. The accusation hung heavy, Jordan flinching, Ryan's jaw tightening. Deeper, Gavin grappled with the ethics. Was this homophobia on his part, resenting his brother's awakening? No. He'd fought for acceptance his whole life, marching in pride parades while Ryan stayed home. But this? It felt like appropriation. Ryan dipping into a world Gavin bled for, without the scars. You've always had it easy, Gavin spat at Ryan. Married, kids on the horizon, until Sarah left. Now you play gay to fill the void. Ryan's eyes flashed. You think this is a game? I loved Sarah, but this feels right, right? The admission rocked Gavin. His brother, the straight arrow, admitting attraction to men? It humanized Ryan, but deepened the wound. Why Jordan, then? Jordan's voice broke in, soft. I didn't mean to hurt you, Gavin. But after we broke up, I realized I wanted roots. Not the city chaos. Roots. In this house of hidden truths? Gavin's heart ached with what-ifs. If he'd compromised more, stayed closer to family, would Jordan have chosen him? The self-doubt gnawed. A constant whisper. You're not enough. Society's whispers amplified it. Gay men as flighty, relationships as temporary. Here, in suburbia, those stereotypes loomed larger, pressuring him to conform or explode. That night, insomnia gripped him. Pacing his room, Gavin weighed options. Confront parents tomorrow? Leave, cut ties? Each path carried costs, emotional bankruptcy. Telling would force Ryan out, perhaps mending Gavin's pride but fracturing family forever. Silence meant swallowing pride, watching their affair flourish. The moral maze twisted. Forgiveness preached in therapy sessions, but at what price to self? He thought of friends back in New York, their advice echoing, protect your peace. But peace felt elusive, drowned in betrayal's tide. Morning dawned with forced civility. Over coffee, Dad ranted about woke culture from the paper, Mom nodding along. Gavin's stomach churned. How would they react to two gay sons? Ryan's secret life mocked their ideals. When alone with Ryan later, the confrontation escalated. You stole him, Gavin accused. Ryan shot back. He chose me. Deal with it. Chose? The word pierced, evoking memories of Jordan's proposal last year. Withdrawn when Gavin hesitated on marriage amid family fears. Now Ryan offered what? Stability and secrecy. Jordan pulled Gavin aside midday, eyes earnest. I still love parts of you, but Ryan, he's fighting his demons too. Demons? Gavin's mind reeled. Ryan's divorce, the pressure to remarry, produce heirs in their traditional clan. Sympathy flickered, unwanted. Was this empathy or Stockholm Syndrome? The internal conflict raged. Hate them or understand? Society's lens complicated it. Gay relationships often dismissed as phases, especially for late bloomers like Ryan. Gavin had faced that dismissal. Now, extending it felt hypocritical. As afternoon waned, a family outing loomed. Grocery run. Mundane yet charged. In the car, silences stretched, punctuated by Mom's chatter. Gavin caught Ryan and Jordan exchanging glances in the rearview. An intimate code he once shared. Jealousy surged, hot and ugly. Back home, unpacking bags, the dam broke. I can't do this, Gavin declared, voice trembling. Ryan sighed. Then what? Tell them. Jordan paled. The standoff crystallized the stakes. One word could upend lives. Evening brought no resolution, only deeper entrenchment. Gavin retreated to the porch, staring at stars, thoughts a torrent. The cost of truth versus lies weighed heavy. His mental health eroding with each passing hour. Ryan's confidence, Jordan's wavering loyalty. They forced Gavin to question his own worth. Was he the villain for wanting justice? Or the victim paying for others' choices? The emotional intensity built, a pressure cooker nearing explosion. The next day cracked open with confrontation's inevitability. The air in the house thick as fog. Gavin awoke to whispers downstairs. Ryan and Jordan, planning damage control? His pulse raced, betrayal's venom coursing stronger. Descending, he found them in the kitchen, coffee mugs in hand, faces set in defensive lines. We need to decide, Gavin said flatly, no preamble. Ryan nodded grimly, Jordan avoiding eyes. The discussion unfolded like a trial, accusations flying. You manipulated him, Gavin aimed at Ryan. Lonely after Sarah, you preyed on my ex. Ryan's retort was sharp. Preyed? He came to me. Jordan interjected weakly. Stop fighting over me like property. Property. The word stung Gavin, echoing societal views of gay love as possessive, unstable. Inside, he battled shame. Had he objectified Jordan too, in his pain? The self-reflection cut deep, forcing acknowledgement of flaws amid the hurt. Deeper delved the moral quagmire. Ryan confessed more. I've questioned myself for years, Gavin. Suppressed it because of Dad. The church. Suppressed? Gavin's empathy warred with rage. He'd borne the brunt openly, while Ryan hid behind hetero privilege. And now you come out via my boyfriend? The irony burned. Jordan added, it's not planned, but being here with family, it feels possible. Possible? In this house of judgment? Gavin's mind screamed hypocrisy, yet doubt seeded. Maybe Ryan's journey mirrored his own, delayed. Family pressures amplified the drama. Lunch with parents loomed, Mom's innocent questions probing relationships. Ryan, any dates post-divorce? She asked brightly. Ryan mumbled evasion, Gavin choking on his sandwich. Inside, the urge to expose surged, let them face the fire he had. But hesitation gripped. Dad's heart condition, Mom's fragile faith. The ethical tightrope wobbled. Protect them or force truth. Society's stigma on LGBT families loomed. Whispers of broken homes echoing in his head. Afternoon brought escalation. Alone with Ryan in the garage, old grievances erupted. "You've always taken what's mine," Gavin accused, voice cracking. Ryan's eyes softened briefly. "I envied you, actually. Free in New York, living authentically." Envied? The revelation stunned, peeling layers from their sibling rivalry. But envy didn't excuse theft. Then why Jordan? Ryan hesitated. He understands the struggle to fit in. Fit in? Gavin's fury reignited. He'd fought to not fit, carving space. The internal clash intensified. Forgive for brotherhood, or sever for self-preservation. Jordan's plea later deepened the turmoil. "I messed up, Gavin, but Ryan's changing for us." The word included Gavin unwillingly, stirring unwanted hope. Could this mend family divides? Or was it delusion? Thoughts spiraled, betrayal scar tissue hardening, yet cracks of understanding forming. Moral ambiguity gnawed, no clear right, only shades of wrong. Society's double standards fueled it. Straight infidelity forgiven, gay affairs scandalized. Evening's family game night turned torturous. Laughter rang hollow as Gavin observed Ryan and Jordan's subtle touches. A knee brush, a shared smile. Jealousy morphed into profound sorrow, loss layering upon loss. Alone later, Gavin journaled frantically. "Am I wrong to hate?" The question haunted, emotional weight crushing. Ryan's vulnerability, Jordan's regret, they humanized the monsters in his mind, complicating revenge. Night deepened the introspection. Pacing, Gavin confronted buried truths. His breakup stemmed from fear. Commitment meant facing family fully with Jordan. Now, Ryan braved that indirectly. Envy reversed? The realization shook him, tears flowing unchecked. The cost of silence versus outburst tallied high, mental exhaustion mounting. As dawn neared, resolve flickered. Confront tomorrow, but how? The emotional crescendo built, pain sharpening to a point. Dawn broke with ultimatum's edge. Gavin's resolve stealing amid exhaustion. He cornered Ryan and Jordan in the backyard, voices hushed but fierce. "This ends today. Tell them or I will." Ryan's face hardened, Jordan's paling. "You'd destroy us all?" Ryan challenged. "Destroy?" Gavin's heart pounded. Wasn't that what they'd done to him? The standoff crackled, each word a spark. Deeper plunged the emotional abyss. Ryan admitted fully, "I'm bisexual, Gavin. Hid it forever. Ashamed." Ashamed? The word resonated, mirroring Gavin's teen years in closets of fear. But sympathy clashed with betrayal's fire. "Then why not tell me first?" Gavin demanded. Jordan interjected. "He was scared of judgment like you were. Like me?" The parallel pierced, forcing Gavin to confront shared scars. Society's homophobia had wounded them both, yet Ryan's path felt like a shortcut. Family dynamics exploded midday. During brunch, Dad's offhand comment, "That gay agenda ruining sports," ignited Gavin. "What if it was your son?" He tested, voice trembling. Silence fell, Mom's eyes widening. Ryan shifted uncomfortably, Jordan frozen. Inside, Gavin teetered on revelation's brink, moral scales tipping. Exposed to educate or shield to preserve. The internal war raged fiercer, doubt amplifying pain. Afternoon's privacy brought raw confessions. Jordan wept. "I love you both in different ways." Love? The admission tore Gavin anew. Polyamory specter or excuse? "Choose," he demanded. But Jordan's hesitation spoke volumes. Ryan defended. "We're building something real." Real? Amid lies? Gavin's mind fractured. Jealousy? Grief? Reluctant admiration mingling. The ethical dilemma peaked. Was forcing choice tyranny or justice? Evening's confrontation with parents loomed as Gavin gathered courage. In the living room, he started, "There's something you need to know." Hearts raced, but Ryan interrupted. "Let me." He came out haltingly, Jordan at his side. Dad's face reddened. Mom gasped. "Both of you," Dad bellowed. The explosion unfolded. Accusations of sin, disappointments torrent. Gavin watched, guilt surging. Had he pushed this? But vindication flickered too. Night's aftermath drowned in tears. Mom's sobs, Dad's silence. Family fractured. Gavin consoled her, but inside, victory tasted bitter. Ryan's glare accused betrayal. Jordan's eyes begged forgiveness. The costs mounted. Bonds severed. Trust evaporated. Gavin's introspection deepened. Was truth worth this agony? Emotional layers peeled, revealing core wounds. Abandonment fears, identity struggles amplified. As hours ticked, regrets cascaded. Had silence been kinder? Society's pressures, acceptance versus tradition, crushed them all. Gavin's heart ached profoundly. Loss's weight unbearable. The drama's intensity overwhelmed, pushing toward catharsis or collapse. The house echoed with aftermath's hush, shattered illusions littering every room. Gavin stood in the hallway, overhearing Dad's muttered prayers, Mom's quiet weeping, casualties of truth's bomb. Ryan and Jordan packed silently upstairs, their affairs exposure forcing flight. "This is your fault," Ryan hissed as he passed, eyes blazing. "Fault?" Gavin's chest constricted, guilt's vice tightening. Deeper sank the emotional quagmire, regrets flooding. Watching them leave, Gavin flashed to childhood. Ryan protecting him from bullies, now enemies by circumstance. Jordan's parting glance held sorrow. "I never wanted this." Wanted? None did, yet choices led here. Inside, Gavin questioned everything. His push for honesty, born of hurt, now a wrecking ball. Moral reckoning hit hard. Was outing them vengeance disguised as principle? Family's unraveling intensified pain. Dad's cold shoulder, Mom's distant hugs. Acceptance's facade crumbled. "How could you hide this?" she asked Gavin tearfully. Hide? He'd been open. They hadn't seen. Society's blinders blamed, the conservative bubble bursting, exposing prejudices. Gavin's turmoil peaked. Pride in forcing change, shame in the collateral damage. Afternoon solitude brought soul-searching. Alone in his room, tears streamed as memories assaulted. Jordan's first kiss. Ryan's brotherly advice. Lost forever? The internal monologue thundered. Am I the betrayer now? Ethical lines blurred. Right and wrong intertwining like vines choking hope. Evening's reconciliation attempt faltered. Gathering in the den, words stumbled. Dad grumbled apologies. Mom sought understanding. But Ryan's absence loomed. A void. Jordan texted, "We need space." Space. From the mess they created, Gavin's heart shattered anew, loneliness engulfing. Night deepened the despair. Pacing under stars, Gavin confronted the ultimate cost. His own isolation, amplified. Betrayal's scar throbbed, but self-inflicted wounds bled fiercer. The drama's climax left him hollow, questioning identity, loyalty, love. In the end, as Dawn hinted, Gavin pondered the ruins. Had any choice been right? The family's fracture, personal growth seed, worth it? Was forcing the truth upon a reluctant family an act of courage, or just another form of betrayal?